Welcome to another episode of Man in the Forest, and now time for something totally different. Today I'm going to attempt to make a lead ingot out of all the scrap lead I've found metal detecting. So in this bucket here are loads of bits of lead that I've pulled out of the ground whilst metal detecting. There's no artefacts here, there's nothing of any significance, just folded bits of lead. Okay, that one's got a hole in it, but you're never going to guess what it was or what it was used for. Some of these bits might be really old, but they're just bits of lead. So I'm going to try and melt them down to make an ingot. First, I need to make my mould. So I've dug a little hole. I've got through the soil level, and down at the bottom here is clay. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to dig a bit of that out, get it wet, make a little mould to make a mould to pour the lead into. I'll probably need to bake my clay mould so it's solid. So I've got a fire going. Hopefully it's going to be hot enough to do it. So yeah, here we go. So here we have a load of clay in a bucket. I've just poured in a bit of water, and I'm going to use a stick just to see if I can mash it up into a bit of a paste. I'll probably need to take some stones out of it. I need two hands for this, so I'll let you know how this has gone in a minute. Okay, I added a bit too much water, so I've put another bit of clay in, but I think that should be usable. It's probably a bit wet, but we'll see how it goes. Right, next thing to do is make a little mould. Maybe I've done it too wet. It's not got to be perfect. Okay, one very crude mould. Now I'm going to try and get it off there, and it's quite sloppy, so I'm going to put it in this metal tin, stick that in the fire, and let it dry out. Okay, it's in there. I've no idea if this is going to work. We shall see. That's just a waiting game. Get that to dry. Okay. Dried out pretty well. I can see there's a couple of cracks in it. So it's not completely dry, but anyway, I'm going to take it off because I'm impatient. I've just got to get that out of there now. It's probably stuck to the bottom. We shall see. Might have to let it cool down for a minute. Needless to say, it didn't really work very well. It kind of crumbled. I was a bit impatient, but I've put a bit of more wet clay in just to smooth around the cracks. So we do actually have a like a cup type shape, which I think for this experiment might work okay. We'll see. Still very hot. So anyway, I've done a little research. Lead melts at 327.5 degrees. Bonfires can get up to 1,000 degrees. I'll chuck the rest of this brush on, get the fire going a bit more. Put all the lead in that tin, whack it on the fire and see if it melts. Now I'm going to stand back from it because I don't really want to be breathing in lead fumes. I do recommend, if you're going to try this, to do your own research. And yeah, wear the correct PPE. Right. See what happens. Experiment time. Okay, I've just put more wood around. It needs to be a bit hotter, but I don't know if you can see there in the bottom, there's some silvery bits. It is starting to melt. We're making progress. Meanwhile, I'm just having a cup of tea. It's a beautiful day. Glorious. Not bad for February the 5th, I think. Beautiful. So it's getting there, if you can see that. We've got molten lead. Needs to be there a bit longer yet. Okay, we have molten lead. Doesn't look like much. There's a lot of scum floating on the top. All the, well, I guess it's melted the good stuff, and all the bad stuff is sitting on the top. And it's quite dry and crumbly. Underneath it, you can see that it's liquid lead, molten. So just trying to scrape all that to one side, and I'm going to try and get that and pour it in my mould. I think there's probably too much for my mould there. Hopefully it's not going to pour all the crud in as well. There's a lot of crud. Didn't expect it to be that much. I think all the lead is melted out. So I'm going to set the camera up so you can see me pour it into a little lead here, and not my cup of tea. I'll move that further away. Right, here we go. Right, I'm going to have to be quick, otherwise it's going to burn my hands, because I'm not very well prepared. Bubbly, bubbly. Wow. I think that's probably enough in there. Still quite a bit in the pot. There we have it. I needed a bigger mould, I think. Now I'm just going to leave that to cool down. That's what's left in the pot. Look at that. Bit more in there yet. I think if I bring it all to this side, prop it up, and then I can tip out some of the gunk, perhaps. Cool! Success! Okay, so it's been a few minutes. I reckon that might be solid by now. So I guess I'm going to break the mould. Still warm, but how to do this the best way. Just like that, I think. Might be all the mud stuck to it on the other side. Pretty hot on the bottom still. Might still be liquid on the bottom. Maybe. Should be wearing gloves really, shouldn't I? Looks like tin foil bandages. Right, I'm just going to stick my glove on and try to see if I can peel the rest of that mud off. And there we have it. One heavy old hunk of lead. I've made a lead ingot. And hear how heavy that is. Just need to brush off that rest of that mud there really. Cool. Now what to do with it? Maybe I'll bury it in a field for another metal detectorist to find. Or maybe I should do something a bit more of a fun shape. Maybe make tokens that say, get off my land. Make loads of them and just scatter them across fields for metal detectorists to find in the future. No, that would be cruel, wouldn't it? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video. Please like and subscribe for more fun in the forest. Cheers, bye bye.